Pitcher of the Year. Awards are released tomorrow, but it wouldn't be a surprise, Amanda, if Jocelyn Brisky, the junior, took that hardware home.
It would not be surprising at all. In fact, I think it's expected with the way that she has now.
Robin Herron starts for Arkansas, Brisky for Alabama. It's an outstanding pitching matchup. Maybe the best we'll see all. Johnson, a three-time All-SEC player, not likely to repeat. That is a little bit of a down year, though still Brisky during the year. And she strikes out for a sixth time in 7 at-bats against her here.
Jocelyn Brisky or a called strike, so wouldn't be surprised to see Jocelyn Brisky throw a full count changeup here. Let's see.
She throws it out. So the nation's second best pitcher in strikeout to walk ratio walks the second batter after striking out the first. And that is a table-setting home runs, third most on the team. Razorbacks have 7 players in the starting line, 300 hitters or better. McDowell in the air to right field off a changeup. And that's caught by Anna Roman for the second out.
Good adjustment by Brisky on that.
The Alabama Crimson Tide, a brilliant regular season. 47-6. They make a change today. Jenna Young hits leadoff for the first time all season. She and Brooke Wells to the 2 transfers. Leadoff for the first time all season. She and Brooke Wells to the 2 transfers to this team who have uplifted the Crimson Tide. Brilliant offensive year, but struggling down the stretch. So they shift things around with Young, and on the first pitch of the game for Bama, Young will reach base on a drop pop-up. The shortstop, Italia Rijo, normally just committed her second error in as many days.
You could tell that she was drifting, backpedaling, didn't quite look sure of herself. Like you could just see it on her face, maybe waiting for Wyckoff to be behind her or Johnson. Just not well played by Rijo to start.
Her 9th error of the year, and Robin Herron immediately into a pick. Wells has been the big bat in the Bama lineup this year. 413, 533 on base, and slugging a cool 937. Team high in all 3 slash lines. Wells floats this one over to first base, and Tiana Bell retires her. So Herron gets an out, and there's the number you're referencing. 084 against with 2 strikes, 5th in the country.
Against lefties, that number is even lower, down to 057.
Here's a lefty with a ground ball to second. Right now it'll be 056. Young moved to third on the play. Herron has recorded 2 quick outs after the drop pop-up.
Season in years past.
2 aces with Brisky and Moulton. The power's gone way up. Green 2 for Kennedy here. She chases one way out of the zone and still gets her bat to it for a leadoff base hit.
You'll have to be a little bit more perfect, and you're seeing some more wild pitches from Brisky in this inning than we saw in the first.
That was a wild one, but Davison took a wilder hack. And Brisky has her second strikeout.
We also have to think, okay, to expand the zone. You saw her do it with Dakota Kennedy, although she got a hit. Expands the zone here for the strikeout of Davidson, getting her to chase that rise ball well out of the zone.
First pitch, ground ball. Diving play at second by Young. The throw is away from Hawkins, hits the railing though, so Italia Rijo is safe at first, but what a stop by the total package. Giles takes a leadoff walk, and Alabama has a leadoff runner on against Robin Herron for a second time. This toast in other states too. Here's a little butt drop down by Vandegrift. She's safe at first. Vandegrift legged it out for a bunt single.
The best part about a sacrifice bunt situation when you have somebody like balls in the dirt so good and gives the pitchers confidence to throw there still.
Popped up by Taylor. Miller, the catcher, squeezes the first out. Like a lot of shortstops, but no slouch in the box. 302 hitter. A little bit of pop. This one popped up down the line in right, and in fair territory, Bain makes the catch, throws to third, and a very close play. Giles is ruled safe. That was a gutsy, either calling for a challenge on the play at third or if she left early.
I'm going to go replay. play for the tag at third base.
Dead chill freezer on the next one. So Heron strands a third runner, a second and a third runner in scoring position in the
Didn't
first.
work, so she goes to the backdoor curveball to freeze White. Paints it.
Maybe. Kennedy Miller down to third is retired by Jocelyn Brisky. Horns are coming up next. They get Ole Miss Eastern 4 Central. That'll be the start of our quarterfinal night session. Oklahoma and Georgia after that. We've already seen Florida out.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing well. Texas lost their last series to Arkansas and Austin.
Johnson frozen, and that's the third strikeout for Brisky twice against Johnson.
A low rise on the outside corner. Brisky gets under.
Arkansas to 1 for 7 with that bunt hit with runners on base. Strikes on the leadoff hitter, Jenna Young here, who strikes out swinging. Third of the game for Herod. Well, you know, Kendall Wells is not the only Wells.
On, and Rich Murphy called her about her. Strikes out there with that one of those fantastic changeups by Robin Heron. Robin Heron changeup.
A swinging strike, and Bell holds the bag at first on the play. Has 2 more strikeouts than Brisky. 2 all-SEC capable pitchers here, Amanda, and they've had to dip a little bit into the reserves early. Some different. That ball was in the glove by the time McDowell swung. A blister from Brisky.
Decision by Ella McDowell. A low rise
from Alyssa Faircloth, also reached on a single. This ball slammed to right field. It's down, and it gets past Roman to the wall. Bell to second, not stopping there. All the way to third with a triple. Her first triple of the season, thanks to a critical contact skills. Look at what she did against Alabama in the regular season. Knocked in 7 in the 3-game set. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Hawkins goes to first and holds the runner Bell. Brisky's 2-0. Lost control of it. Sneaks away from Giles. And Bell scores standing. A wild pitch by Brisky. And in this pitcher's duel, a couple of Alabama mistakes.
Just checking out both of them.
right into the ground. She just missed her release point completely. And I'm not sure why Brisky wasn't covering home. And Marley
A little bit here. 2-0 is the count on Carly Davison. Just the 4th wild pitch, the 8th wild pitch for Brisky this year. And now she hits Davison. Or I should say that was a walk. It was kids having a catch, and you got kids taking a nap. 1-0 game here. Don't sleep for long. Anna Roman trying to make up the Alabama cleanup hitter. Take strike 3. 4 in a row, the second time through the order. 5 in a row, back to the second inning.
Opponents have hit under 200 against her, along with Kennedy, Pickens, and Maya Johnson from Belmont.
And that's a crazy list as Heron strikes out her 6th in a row, because those are the top 3 picks in the...
I'd love to get into the heads of the GMs because I think they had some big decisions to make.
Fly ball to right from Vandegrift. After all the strikeouts, Alabama strikes back. Audrey Vandegrift goes left on left. Hits her 7th home run of the season, and the tie ties it. Her 7-hitter. Taylor rips one fair. That's inside the third base bag. And Taylor pulls up with a double and tries to ignite her extra base hit.
And this is off.
That's the spinoff. Or if it isn't, it sounds like I'm gotta go to Shark Tank and pitch that idea. Swing and a miss. And Aaron strikes out 3 in the inning. But
Game 1 and Game 2 were pretty much all Oklahoma. Game 3, Georgia was right there with
the SEC tournament. You could be looking at the #1 overall seed. Oklahoma's certainly in that mix. As Kaylee Wyckoff strokes the ball to center for a base hit. And for the second time today, Arkansas puts on the leadoff hitter.
Cole Covenant against Florida in the last 2, including a run roll in Game 3.
Came back from down 5 in the middle game to beat the Gators. Here's a bunt try for Kennedy Miller. Jabs it over to first. Wells thought about going. 3-2 now for Johnson. Left side toward the line and hung on to by Vandegrift for out number 2.
Curveballs right at the knees, working both sides of the plate, getting chases off the plate, being able to freeze hitters with her backdoor curve.
Struck out 7 of the last 9. Here's a bunt by Kristen White. She deadens it, and she is safe at first. A bunt base hit on of the Bama 5th.
Strikeout.
Does very well to get rid of it from third. It'll go down as a 5-4 out. Not strike out much at all. That one's popped up. Kyler Del Duca stays in the game to play left and drops the ball. Oh my word. That's twice off the bat of Young.
She's got a riser, got the shade, and she was camped under it, and it was right there.
Kind of a deal with a double. On base twice with 2 base errors. And now Brooke Wells. Number 22 for Brooke Wells. A big fly, 1 pitch after the drop fly. Alabama has the lead.
Curveball that she gets, again, not wanting to mess with the changeup. If you are batting against a pitcher that is so good with 2 strikes, swing early in the count like Wells. On time, barrels it up, beautiful swing.
Here's a go until this Bama bombardment. Freshman Sailor Timmerman is in the game. And she gets a ground ball out off the bat of Anna Roman.
You said 7 batters ago, and I'm thinking, I know that was with the Vandegrift home run, but it felt like it was a total.
Tides number 5 hitter on a full count pitch. Takes ball 4. Their second walk. Both of Alabama's walks belong to Giles, and Patrick Murphy will run for her.
There's a no-hitter going into the second inning, Halo.
11 is good next one.
Coming there, and you're on no-hit watch after an inning of play. And she's good, yeah.
That is impressive, though, to have the bunt single, using your speed to get on. Very reminiscent of a lot of players that we see, like Haley McClenny, being able to use her speed to get down the line and then hit off.
Jocelyn Brisky has a 3-run lead. Today 15 out of 21. Defensive lineup is in Larissa Pruitt in right field. And Abby Dukeshire at first, 2 seniors who lost their starting. Patrick Murphy said have had such great attitudes all season. Dukeshire will grab this throw across the way from Ambry Taylor. McDowell is 0 for 6 here at the tournament. 20 innings. Popped up here. Brisky will give way to Giles for a basket catch. 2 down. Win a tournament like this, even though it's only 3-3, you probably need another starter. And originally ruled a triple. Roman did not touch it. This is a high, towering drive to center. It keeps going, and it's gone. Ambry Taylor, the 4th home run of the day for Alabama. All 5 runs of 3 of the Tide's top 4 home run hitters have gone deep. First home run in in 10 games. Freshman. And now a little tapper from Hawkins. Back to Sailor Timmerman.
You know, you have to look at these teams and think about how they're two true national championship.
Strength schedule 47. Good, not elite, but the RPI number 2, number 1 in the KPI and other metric used. Strength of schedule 23. There's a base hit for Kristen White, her first of the game. And you look, a little tapper from Young to first. Bell's got her for the second out. And Oklahoma's RPI and non-conference strength of schedule are worse than very good wins.
Ball was hit so hard right back up the middle of the field and just right past Sailor Timmerman. Alabama has just been squaring pitches up in these last couple of innings. It was Vandegrift that set the tone with her solo home run. Back in the fourth, and
Pitch swings for the RBIs from Wells. Garrett Griggs is going to come in and pinch run for her.
In this game, Robin Herron was rolling in the third inning and then well into the fourth inning, and then Vandegrift steps up with 2 outs, and first strike that she sees hits a home run. Totally changed Robin Herron felt in the circle, and then Taylor after that followed it up with a double, so back-to-back extra base hits in that fourth inning, and Vandegrift was the tone setter. You used to see her up in the lead, moved her down to the 6th hole.
Dukeshire down to third. That gets past McDowell. Dukeshire trying to leg out second base. She's in there with a head-first slide.
This will be an error, but I think it should be an error. This is a play that Ella McDowell absolutely has to make. How did she not make that? Arkansas's defense has played so well this year, but let them down several times. That will be their third error, as it will go down.
Larissa Pruitt's cleats were decorated by a young softball star named Audrey Howard, guys, who was diagnosed with cancer. Audrey's mom said she has shown such great strength and bravery through her treatment, which is going well. She credits that to God and, of course, her training from softball.
Pruitt getting her first step out of the game here. Will ground out to second. Running down to first with those special cleats, her Alabama team. 2 versus 3 with a spot in the championship game on the line tomorrow.
Didn't play each other in the regular season.
Jocelyn Brisky with 100 pitches in the game. Meanwhile, a little bit of trouble early. Florida used 4 pitchers, including Keegan Rothrock, starting the game and then re-entering. Alabama is on the verge of getting it done with 1. That's a foul tip strikeout.
And breaks the strikeout streak that Herron had.
Skips off of the first baseman, Dukeshire. Hot shot, hard to handle for Rijo, and it'll be an error on Abby Dukeshire. Her second of the year. Off the left side. That's going to stay in play. Taylor's got it, and there are 2 away. Another 1-2 for Miller. Down she goes. Brisky goes the distance, and Alabama goes to the SEC tournament semis. Top seeds at the NCAA tournament next week, but their SEC tournament run is done as Jocelyn Brisky